Oh, look at these two. All right. Either they're living in a fan or it's very shy.
What idiots. This is classic stupid people doing stupid things. And this ain't even the worst of it. The worst of it is that he's actually a CEO of a tech company. And then we're going to deep dive into that in a second. And he decided that he wanted to take one of his employees, which a lot of us always have this conversation, and we're going to definitely have it on After Hours tonight, and fraternizing with the employees. I took a stance. Other people took a different stance in previous conversations, but we're definitely going to have this conversation tonight. And that he got caught on the kiss cam. You never, ever, ever take the work and get caught on a kiss cam. You are at one of the biggest concerts in the world, and I know what it is, right? Because it's probably tens of thousands of people, maybe even 100,000 people there. I'm just going to assume. I don't know what stadium this is inside of Boston, but there's tons of people here, and no way that the kiss cam could ever be on you. You know what I'm saying? Because you probably in a suite and you hanging around other people, but that is the exact people that they target. They're going to target the people that are in the suite, or they're going to target the people, usually, that is on the ground. But either way, you don't move like this. You know what I'm saying? But this is classic examples of dudes in high power and high position and how they move. Kevin Samuel said it best. Men with resources, a lot of times they exercise options. They don't necessarily cheat. Now, on top of that, I've read some things that basically highlighted how the wife, because they are both married. See, that's the caveat. It's not that he's just cheating. It's that they are cheating with each other, that he is married. And so let me deep dive a little bit into it. I'm not one to usually talk about this type of thing, but it's going viral. So it's not like I'm exposing anything that you guys haven't seen. He's the CEO of a company named Astronomer, apparently. And his name is Andy Byron, Astronomer CEO. Caught at a Coldplay concert, allegedly lashed out, threatened employees at his previous. Now they saying that he threatened employees at his previous job. Oh, he could have lived a quiet life. He could have been slow motion. It's not like he's a social media icon or anything like that. He could have played the cold game. The CEO was recently caught allegedly cheating with his coworker. Yeah, he was. At a Coldplay concert, made people at his previous company quit because of how he treated them, they says. Multiple former employees said Byron would lash out against employees who disagree with him, including threatening to fire him. Come on, fam. Stop it. Former employee claimed of Byron in an article titled Fake Hire, Staff Departures, Royal SoftBank-backed security startup. You just couldn't challenge him. That has nothing to do with whether or not he got this chick busting it down for a real one. But let's pivot over to something different really quickly, because I think that there's more to this story. And how people are reacting to it, not just whether or not he got caught up out here in these streets, all right?
A Coldplay concert is going viral. It gets me really nervous, but not because of the music, but this couple horrified after they appeared in a kiss cam during the band's Boston show. They were ducking, the man ducked, the woman put her face in her hands. Why did they do this? Obviously, they didn't want to be seen together. Chris Martin says either they're having an affair or they're shy. He literally.
The thing that they should have just did was just play it cool. Don't move, don't panic, don't jump out the window or anything like that. Just be cool. Because guess what? We never talk about kiss cams. The only time that you ever talk about a kiss cam is if somebody do something weird, or they jump and they hide and all of this stuff, and then the internet gonna start doing what it do after that. You know what I'm saying? Because you made yourself a spectacle. But all you gotta do is chill, don't jump too far off the roof, and just slow motion. This probably would have passed like everything else. But nope, they made a scene, they made a spectacle, and that's usually what people do when they're doing something that they're not supposed to do. They panic. They panic every time.
We said that. Social media sleuths are speculating that the two are having an affair after finding out that they work at the same company. The man reportedly holding the CEO title. The woman works for HR. Yikes.
And they are both married to other people.
Oh my God.
So.
Yeah, his wife.
Yeah.
Supposedly has already shut down her Instagram and her Facebook page because it was just inundated with comments. And from what they can.
That's the weird part about the internet that I don't understand, but you can't stop it, is that people start contacting the spouse and all of that stuff. Like, y'all don't even know these people. You don't know these people. How do you even know that they married? Like, leave these people alone.
Tell sources have confirmed that the woman there with him is not his wife. We don't think that she was at the concert.
Right.
Which wasn't, by the way, very far from where they lived, too. So this was kind of bold.
Oh, my
gosh.
gosh.
This was kind of bold and, you know.
Very bold.
Wow, karma coming for them on the kiss cam.
The kiss cam
Like,
karma.
I mean, the kiss cam karma. It was almost though like the reaction
Made it
they
worse.
didn't react so much, which that's your instinct,
fix
I
that green
suppose,
screen
when
in
you're
the
getting
background.
caught doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. But like, had they just pretended it was normal, we wouldn't be talking about
That's
it.
right.
And it was at the Coldplay concert, so
Yeah.
I guess that was a Coldplay for them. Right?
Looking over your shoulder.
Here we go. All right. Okay. Thanks, Black Man, for your commentary and throwing your little 2 cents in there so you could just go ahead and ruin the whole joke. But either way, we're going to have this conversation later on tonight. But more importantly, I think that the dumb part, again, first of all, you can go back to the core of it and say the dumb part is that they cheating. I think that more people have relationships inside of corporate America. As a matter of fact, I would venture to say that most people find their spouse in some kind of work capacity, at least they used to in the past. Now, because, you know, it used to be based off of proximity. Now, a lot of people are trying to get on these apps and they doing it the dumb way on that sense. I would never advise anybody to download an app in order to go and find companionship. But when people spend an extraordinary amount of time in corporate America, a lot of times they then get into relationships. And in his case, he's now risked the bag because visibility and your actual position is based off of how it is that you carry yourself in public. And so that could go not only with what it is that you're doing as far as behind the scenes with employees, but, and I don't always agree with all of these different rules, but it's just the rules of the game, baby. And you play the game how it's set up. It could be that. It could be how it is and what you say online. When you get to certain positions, you then become the face of the brand. The CEO is the face of the brand. And if he's caught out here in these streets doing stuff that he ain't supposed to do, he's publicly parading these chicks out here at the Coldplay concert. She just so happened to be married too. That make it 10 times worse, right? Then on top of that, it has happened to be the HR manager of the company that you with. You know what I'm saying? So in the words of my guy Quentin, cheat better. Stop being out here looking like a fool and embarrassing the whole family, embarrassing the company, more say. And you know what I'm saying? Stop panicking every time you get caught up in a situation. It must be a first time he got caught up in a situation because he didn't have no kind of positive reflexes when he got caught up in the foolishness. You had to know that this was going to go bad. There's no way it could have went good. He taking his side chick to the concert. What the fuck is going on out here in these streets? Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon link is in the description. T Chanley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life.